Hello, what is up, Vindicators? It's awesome to have you here. So, in case you did not know, I'm actually left-handed. If you've been following me around, you're probably like, Vincent, we already know that. But if you're new to this channel, I'm left-handed, and honestly, it's not a big deal. I'm not here to try to make it this crazy big deal or say it means anything, you know, it's not meant to be like a super, you know, important thing, but it's kind of cool. It's a neat addition to a character, and it's interesting how storytellers use left-handedness in their stories, because usually it's a trope that left-handed people are going to side on the more evil side of things. And so, and there's a lot of reasons for that, you know, when it comes to history and left being seen as the other, you know, being seen as different, and different being bad, and condemning that. So it's interesting how that trope has manifested into what we see in today's media, in particular for today's anime, and you know, whether or not that makes the characters good or evil, or how the writer chose to, because like when someone makes a character left-handed, it's a very deliberate decision, because as a character designer, especially if you're right-handed, you are naturally not going to think much about it, and you're just going to naturally draw everyone right-handed. So to make a character left-handed, I feel like it's always been pretty much a conscious decision from what I can tell when it comes to other people, and that's what I think is very interesting. So without further ado, let's get right into top 5 left-handed anime characters. So, number 1, we're going to start off with the most hated character on this list, Sasuke Uchiha. So Sasuke, if you did not know, he's from Naruto. The very not popular at all show Naruto. No one's ever heard of Naruto, right? And we have Sasuke, who is rightfully hated because he's kind of like an edgy douchebag, and the show revolves around trying to get him back. So kind of a little annoying from the plot perspective. And it's interesting that he was deliberately made left-handed, because if you know anything about the show, you know, spoilers, but he is a douchebag and he turns bad. You know, like that's a big thing. And he's the opposite of Naruto. And Naruto's right-handed and the good guy. So it's just interesting how that parallels. Now, I'm not the hugest fan of Sasuke as a character. He's by far not my favorite Naruto character. That spot's reserved for Kakashi. Then we have Itachi, we have Shikamaru, we have Gaara. There's a lot of other characters I prefer. However, Sasuke does have some really cool jutsu that I appreciate. He has a pretty cool character design. Looks kind of like Noctis, and you know, I like Noctis, so you know, we got that going on. So number 1, Sasuke Uchiha. By the way, this isn't in any order. I'm not saying that Sasuke is literally the best left-handed person ever. I'm just saying here's like 5 left-handed people that you were not aware of. Number 2, we have Colin Cosi. Is that how you say your last name? I think that's right. Let me look this up real quick. Yes, Colin Cosi. So Colin Cosi is in Code Geass, which is by far one of my favorite anime. I did not think I'd like this anime because the animation and the way everything looked and mechs, all that threw me off. But if you have not watched this show and you're into like plot twist and a very engaging and thrilling story, then check out Code Geass. But yeah, Colin, she's actually left-handed, and they actually designed her Gurren, which is a special mech in the show, or nightmare as they call them. She has a special nightmare that she wields that is specifically tailored for being left-handed, which I think is really cool. So yeah, there's number 2. Number 3 we have up is Dobby from My Hero Academia. Here we go, Dobby. Wait, yeah, there you go. Haha. So if you didn't know, I cosplayed as Dobby 2 Halloweens ago. I think Dobby has a really cool aesthetic, and if you didn't know, he's also left-handed. Whenever he uses his awesome blue fire, he uses his left hand for that. And yeah, it's interesting. He's also he's also evil, so so there's that. And he's also sort of, a lot of people think that he's related to Todoroki. There's a lot of hardcore, you know, people saying that's the case, and they feel 100% determined. And again, sort of that antithesis where we have Todoroki, who is the good one, we have Dobby, who's the evil brother, and because he's the evil brother, he's the evil one out of the 2, he's left-handed, so that's how it is. Number 4, we have Weiss. I've never said her last name before, I don't think. That's weird. Okay, so before you jump down my throat saying that Ruby's not an anime, listen, animation style, it's inspired by anime. We're throwing it on there. Weiss is an awesome character. I like her a lot. Even funny enough that she is sort of the one out of the main group that, even though she's not a bad person, she's seen as like the least liked, even among the fan base, because she's seen as being like bratty and prissy, and she's kind of like the one that's the most different in that way, because she's the most antagonistic to the group, at least at the beginning, and then the show goes on, and I actually like her character development the most. I think a lot of the best characters in shows have an antagonistic relationship that builds over time, and then they start realizing their mistakes, and then they become better throughout the show. So Weiss is one of my favorite left-handed characters of all time, and she's the best girl in Ruby, just saying. And without further ado, the final left-handed person I want to cover is 02. So 02 is awesome. She's right up there with Weiss of being just an amazing character, and 02 is also left-handed, in which you can see when she's drawing and illustrating with Hero, which is an amazing scene in Darling in the Franxx, which is one of the best anime out there. Don't at me, it's true. So, did any of these characters surprise you? Were you aware that these characters were left-handed? Are you left-handed like I am? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to read your feedback and see what you got to say. If you are interested in playing a card game that actually is designed for left-handed people, which I know is a weird thing. Right-handed people can still play it too, but it's called Spell Slingers. And the reason why I say left-handed people can play it easily is because whenever you fan out the cards, it will be on the side that is good for you. Most card games aren't made that way. I've actually had people tell me, they're like, Vincent, you are a noob at game design because you put this on the wrong side of the card. Most people are right-handed, so you did a bad thing. You did a bad. But I intentionally did that. And people that are right-handed, they've been loving the game. They've been playing it perfectly fine. So yeah, check out Spell Slingers. It's my card game I designed. I'm a game designer. You know, check that out in the link below. I'll leave a link for you, and hopefully you like it. Also, don't be afraid to join us in our Discord community. We talk anime and gaming all the time. Love to have you there. And until next time, stay awesome.